One social issue from the Philippines that I could change or remove? Easy. It's poverty. But why? First, let us talk about the meaning of poverty. Poverty is the condition of not having standard or socially acceptable quantity of money or material belongings. When people are unable to meet their fundamental necessities, they are considered to be in poverty. In situations defining what defines, a fundamental requirement is a prerequisite to identifying the impoverished. In our country, there have been booms and bust cycles in our economic growth, and the poor have not been significantly impacted by the recent periods of modest economic expansion. Significant disparities in income levels, locations, and industry sectors, along with the unchecked population increase, are thought to be some of the main obstacles impeding efforts to reduce poverty. The reason why I choose poverty is because this is a social issue have been a huge factor in the downfall of a huge percentage of Philippine citizens. The way that this social stigma affected the citizens, no one would regret. Changing or removing the opinion about the social stigma that should be removed if I had the chance.
To support Gio's answer, I would give the main effects of poverty in our country. With the use of research, one effect of poverty is the low economic growth of the Philippines for the past 40 years. That's why the poverty rate of our country increases as the time goes by. Second is the low growth elasticity of poverty reduction. Without enough action from the government, it is difficult to lessen the poverty rate of our country. Instead, it still increases. Next is the weakness of employment generation and the quality of jobs with low income. Tons of citizens in our country finished college and earned a degree. But the fact that the employment rate of our country has decreased, it has been hard for the citizens to apply for a job. That is the main reason for the OFW and especially poverty. Thank you.
As for my opinion, the social stigma that I wish to change and remove is the corruption of the government. Corruption specifically talks about whether a person or a group in a position of authority may engage in a type of dishonesty or a criminal offense in order to obtain proper benefits or misuse that position for personal advantage. In the Philippines, most of the government officials are corrupt. All they care about is their road to becoming wealthy, disregarding the public citizens of their location. Why did I choose corruption as the social issue that I want to remove? Because taking advantage of people's hard work and dedication just so they could get richer and richer is a thing that every one of us should not disregard. So, if I was given the chance to remove or change this specific social stigma, I would remove corruption for a cleaner and more reliable service from the public officials with a specific goal of leading their people and thriving for something better in their specific population.
For my side, it will always be the lack of attention of the government and other public institutions on the profits of healthcare professionals, specifically nurses, radiographers, and others. In our country, the bigger profits are awarded to doctors and other providers with a higher rank, if that is what it's called. According to a mild research on the database of private hospitals in the city of Dasmariñas, 11,000 pesos is the minimum profit for radiographers and probably lower for nurses. That is why most of the college graduates of med transfer to other countries because their chance of getting higher profit increases. Thus, my interest in this social issue isn't merely about the financial struggles of healthcare professionals, but is rooted in the understanding that a workforce directly impacts patient care. The healthcare system's effectiveness focuses on the dedication and satisfaction of its professionals, and addressing these disparities is crucial for fostering a resilient healthcare infrastructure. One of the foremost compelling way of controlling and decreasing wrongdoings such as crimes is the early mediation and social programs. This incorporates tending to the root causes of crime such as destitution, disparity, and need of instruction and opportunity. By giving programs and administrations that bolster youth and families, we ought to teach the individuals in our society through social programs that cover an assortment of topics or scenarios on why individuals are slanted to commit crime and what we can do to decrease crime as well.
I think one of the approaches we can do is community policing. This approach emphasizes building connections and belief between police and the community that they serve. This may include foot watches, community gatherings, and problem-solving initiatives that address particular crime-related issues within the community. The official in our country or community is one of the people who can really help us reduce crime. Engaging more seminars, implementing safety protocols is such a big change in our problems of crime in our society. Example, like in our country, the National Police Force is focusing on more preventive aspects of crime control by taking away instruments of crime and violence, getting rid of criminal elements which set into motion to the criminal motive, and strengthen the target. Institutionalize strong police presence in order to deny further opportunities for crime to be committed.
To support Gia's answer, I can say that the ways that he said is successful, particularly here in our nation. PNP are executing programs and centers on preventive approach versus crime. One of the PNP chief officers said these preventive activities against crime are more prominent in police operations against free guns and capture of needed persons. He noted that by applying these preventive measures, the PNP had recuperated 10,971 guns and captured 3,425 individuals since January, from 15,000 cases in January to May 2022. File violations dropped by 10.59% to 13,469 cases within the same period this year.
Crime is less common in strong communities because residents trust one another and feel a sense of shared responsibility. This collaborative attitude promotes intervention, reporting, and collaboration with law enforcement. Members of the community can serve as extra eyes and ears, intervening in suspicious activities or reporting potential crimes. This informal social control network can dissuade criminal activity and supplement regular law enforcement.
For me, having a strong community ties enable witnesses to come forward with information, which aids investigations and prosecution. This improves the effectiveness of legal system and deters criminal. Community-based restorative justice programs can promote accountability and reduce future criminal behaviors by fostering healing and reconciliation between victims and offenders. As a result, having a good neighborhood environment can aid in crime reduction.
The community can also assist officials in our community in implementing regulations and programs without fear of people not following or assisting them in what they implement. Communities can collaborate with local government authorities to enact laws and policies that addresses the core causes of crime, such as poverty and illiteracy. It is critical to realize that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to crime. Depending on the individual demands on each community, the most effective technique will differ. Communities, on the other hand, may make a significant difference in lowering crime and providing safer places to live by working together.
To support everyone's answer, while law enforcement is still important, research regularly shows that strong community involvement reduces crime rates and builds safer, more vibrant areas. As a result, collaborating with communities and emphasizing their role is critical for any effective crime reduction approach. It is important to recognize that community-based techniques are not a one-size-fits-all solution. Effective strategies will differ depending on the requirements and problems of each community. Regardless of the environment, the essential ideas of developing trust, addressing root issues, and promoting collaboration are important.
The police function in modern society is broad and complex, frequently evolving in tandem with societal changes. Enforcing the law is one of the examples. This includes upholding legislative bodies, established statutes, rules and ordinances. The police personnel should patrol neighborhoods, investigate crimes, and detain those who are suspected of wrongdoings. The media has helped my perception and behavior regarding crime, for I have been more aware of my surroundings. Where to go and not to go. What to do and not to do. The media has shaped my perceptions in general manners, for I could gather information and at the same time share it to people. I know to raise awareness and safety protocols, especially when we go to public places.
The way the media presents and frames the information it does, as well as the material itself, has a significant impact on how we view crime. The people may become overly afraid or uneasy as a result of the continuous barrage of the sensationalized crime-related news stories. The emotional reaction might not be in the line with the true crime rates or proportional threat levels in a particular community. Furthermore, the way the crime is portrayed in the media has a big impact on how the general public feels about bigger topics like law enforcement tactics and criminal justice reform. Reports that are biased might reinforce stereotypes by affecting people's perception of various cultures and groups. This can therefore have an effect on support for policies and initiatives aimed at addressing crime and its root causes.
So, how does the media affect our perceptions and behaviors? Through its selection and reportings of crime stories. It can shape public perceptions and contribute to a distorted understanding of the safety and security of a community. It gives out information that not everywhere we go is safe. It can bring outcomes of fear and can possibly result in isolation. I can say that the use of media in crime awareness would do good for everyone, so that they will know what to do in order for them to be safe and far from criminals and their behaviors.
The media's ability to shape public opinion and behavior around crime is a complicated and multidimensional phenomena. The public's views, opinions, and behaviors about crime are greatly influenced by the media through a variety of platforms, including news reports, TV series, films, and most definitely social media. With the use of social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and others, the perspectives of the people, including me, changes and gives awareness. Awareness and behavior outside our homes. Whenever I go outside, my eyes are sharper than ever, looking out for myself and the people I'm with. I have experienced a lot of criminal behavior in my life, most especially with my friends. And the way that the media has influenced and shared information about crime in our country, it has opened my eyes that by going out, nothing is safe. So, to conclude my answer, the media has been a huge factor in shaping my behavior and perceptions regarding crime in our country. It has been a huge factor in a good way, for it has raised awareness for me. Thank you.
Based on my experiences, I'm more of a ritualist. It is the practice of going through the motion in daily life, despite not agreeing with the objective or principles that underpin those actions. Sometimes in school, a lot of my classmates have specific goals, while me, I just sitting there listening the teaching of teachers, going with the flow, without exposing a specific goal. I would ritualize lower my goal until I reach it through socially acceptable ways. I would focus more on what I could really have instead of pursuing goals that are part of unrealistic dream.
For me, I am a conformist, wherein I learn to accept both the means and the goals. Although I don't always succeed, we conformists will accept society's objective and the methods that are sanctioned to reach them. I will always try to achieve our goals through legitimate means, through conforming to society's values. If I were to give an example, I would talk about myself. I don't just go to school. I have a specific goal that motivates me to do better and get the things that I deserve at the end. Others, they just go with the flow. But me, I control the flow. I control my goals and control the things that I will do to achieve that goal. Thank you.
As much as I love shortcuts, or what they call the innovators in the theory, I can't deny the fact that working hard is the best way possible to achieve a goal. I am both a conformist and innovator. To be honest, it really depends on the situation that I'm in. Let's say, for an example, I have an activity that is due the next day. Knowing that the same questions is available online with the use of the internet, there are certain situations where I would search it up, gather ideas, make my output, and pass it on time. The easy way. But sometimes I would rather give myself a hard time, but at the end, I will gather learnings about the topic. So, without the use of media and the internet, I would strive for the better of my work and get the results that I deserve in the end.
I am a conformist. I focus on a specific goal, and it doesn't matter if the results come the other way around as long as I know that I have worked hard for it. Unlike innovators, they always take shortcuts. Although they make it in time, what do they learn about it? Slow and steady always wins the race. No matter how hard it is to achieve a specific goal, you should always risk it and take time from it. There are no shortcuts in life, social, and cultural goals.
She's got you high and you don't even know yet. She's got you high and you don't even know yet. The sun's in the sky, it's warming up your bare legs, and you can't deny you're looking for the sunset. She's got you high and you don't even know yet. She's got you high and you don't even know yet. So search for the time before it leaves without you. Have you lost your mind, or has she taken all of yours too? What's this about? I figured love would shine through. We've lost romance.
Economic expansion. Sige, naman yung maro naman. Pare. Lang ako, pre. Kaya nga, kita pala ako doon eh.
Preventive approach versus crime. One of the PNP chief officers. Uy, si Adi ko.
Yes!
Umihi siya guys, tama nag-record.
Save mo. Go, save mo. Uy. As for my opinion, the social stigma always chips from us. Yes.
Nag-start.
One social.